Oh my God, it's so long. It's a mess. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the program. Happy Sunday to you. If you saw me last stream with me, David Arquette, the two directors from the documentary, and Brian Knobs, I hope on that stream I was not too much of a sycophant. I was certainly trying to act ubiquitously to gain some sort of advantage over the talking Brian Knobs. Nevertheless, we're here, and it's just me talking to you. So I think it'll go slightly smoother. Let's say hello to everyone. Karen already asked good evening to you, Karen, or good night, so on and so forth. Missy said good morning, everyone. Bill said top of the morning to you all. Karen said, I have a song request. You're the Best by Joe Bean Esposito. And Karen did not play by the rules, but Bill did with a lovely turquoise request and said, please sing Karen's song first. Another good song to start this pleasant Sunday morning, I thought would be the theme from Three's Company. So you know what? Let's start off hot with two songs. That was very generous of you, Bill. What the hell? Here's one of my favorites. You're the Best by Joe Bean Esposito. You are the best. Dun, ba, dun, da, da. You're better than all the rest. Dun, 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 da, da. It's something I gotta get off my chest. Dun, 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 dun. I think you are the best. Dun, 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 'cause of your legs. Dun, 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 dun. You have very fine legs. Dun, 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 they're very long, dun, 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 and I know they're quite strong. Dun, 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 dun. You got these legs dun, 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 that go up to your chest. Dun, 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 dun. That's why I know. Dun, 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 dun. Know you're the best. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, that was You're the Best by Joe Bean Esposito. Is one of my favorites off of that song, Legs. And now, because Bill, you're so wonderful, and it was thank you for tolerating all the press I've been doing for the film. Here's the theme to Three's Company. Come and knock on our door, come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you, where the kisses are hers, and here's Three's Company too. Come and dance on our floor, take a step that is new, the lovable space that needs your face. Three's Company too. You'll see that heart is calling and laughter is calling for you. Down in our rendezvous, Three's Company too. And John Ritter falls off the bike, and then he's like, I'm in pain in the sand. Well, hello, everyone. It was nice to start off. We're not even 5 minutes in, and I've sung two songs already. I'm warmed up, fired up. Let's talk about these, by the way. These fun navy blue. They almost look black, but I assure you they're not. They're just a deep, deep navy. It's an Armani, and I'm dealing with that. And they're fun, and they're nice. They're a little more cottony than the usual affair, but nevertheless, I shall persevere. Clint said, hello, RJ, and how are you doing today? How's the movie, if you don't mind me asking? Did you enjoy it? That's a weird question. So generally speaking, I don't enjoy things that I'm in that are like totally out of my control. I don't even enjoy things that I'm in that I have full control over. So it's weird. It's a weird experience for me to watch and still have to watch. So when I started the drive-in, that was, I think, the 5th or 6th time I've seen the movie, because they've done various versions and cuts, and you have to make notes on them and watch and rewatch and help out. So by that point, it's hard for me to remove myself from it. I did end up enjoying it in the drive-in more than I thought I would, but it's just weird and uncomfortable. Like once it's done and out, I'm like, you know what? We did it. I want everyone else to enjoy it. And people have, let me put it like this, people enjoyed it far more than I thought they would. I'm surprised at the critical response and the Rotten Tomato score. Like, who knew? That's fantastic. You never know if people are going to enjoy something. You try to take a shot, and then you're like, all right, good luck. So that's been quite wonderful. Richard said, hi, RJ. Have a great day, mate. Well, I'm trying. Charles Dempsey Brown is here, and he said, I'm Can't believe I'm awake this early on a Sunday. Well, you've been here before, Charles. I'm not surprised. Ty said, good morning, everyone. SM said, good morning, RJ. Absolutely love the documentary. I don't know what she's talking about. I've watched it 3 times already. I know I have a life. There's so many other documentaries you could be watching. Steve said, good morning, RJ, and all great request, Bill. Aaron said, hello and happy Sunday. Clint is here. Oh, the chat is frozen. Where did I go? Let me go back. I've missed so many people. Jordan Patrick is pleasant. Alex said, which tattoo of Arquette is the worst? His Pee Wee Herman tattoo is weird. I'm not crazy about it. Neil said, does he know it? Oh my God, yay. I don't know what the hell that means. Do I know what? Do I know what? Are we talking about the Nasty Boys? Sorry, let me speed through. I'll get here. Val said, morning loves. Neil said, what a perfect start to the morning. Well, hi, Jessamine Duke, and good morning to everyone. That's very diplomatic of her. She just aired a edition of Streets of Rage 4 arcade mode that we did on her channel as a kickoff show to mine. And now I guess she's doing a watch along to mine. So thank you. Simon said good morning, who just got the Head Kicks in Charge shirt, and he looks darling in it. Frank said good morning, while David said good morning, Jess, because nobody cares about me now. Bill said, you were fine, RJ, last night. The show was unintentionally funny, but that was totally fine. That's what makes things more funny. Ty said, oh God, what is this song? I guess she's talking about the legs. Clarence said, hi, RJ. It's Speedo Sunday fun day for me, buddy. I'm going to Central Park one more time. Nice jogging, your Speedo. Leo said, I say, though, an entire promotional ad for Dua Lipa song before this video. Oh, you sat through an ad for it so you can get the advertising money. There's no mountain I would not climb for you. Thank you. And that is really Mount Everest in terms of content. David said, good evening. Everyone's saying hi to Jessamine because I don't matter anymore. She's taking over the show. Please give us your review, said Missy, of last night's Zoom call Q&A. I think Brian Knobs is one of the greatest storytellers of our time. If you haven't seen the Q&A, I posted it in my community tab. Please do click on it later and watch with the live chat. It was quite an experience I had to deal with, but it was fun nonetheless. Guess Husiver said, was that one with Mr. Furley or Mr. Roper? That was a Mr. Roper. I was making a Don Knotts face in my head. Neil said, did you have car snacks with your parents? I went out to eat with them before, and then the lineup was so long at the snack bar that we didn't bother. We got ice cream and coffee before that. My mother had an affogato, and that kept her in check for the next 90 minutes. Clint said, I can see you've started to like wearing Armani underwear. Well, I got quite a collection from a suitor, if you will. Bill said, oh, so what's the verdict? What did your parents think of the movie? My parents liked it. I don't think that it was heavier than they anticipated, and that's what everyone's saying. They liked it, but I don't think they were ready for such an emotional turn. SM has a request, and I would be happy to indulge it. Please sing Strangers in the Night. Let me sing it while I'm pressing the coffee, because I think it's a good pressing song. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wandering in the night. What were the chances we'd be sharing love before the night was through? Something in your eyes was so inviting, something in your smile was so exciting, something in my heart told me I must have you. Strangers in the night, two lonely people, we were strangers in the night. Up till the moment when we said our first hello, little did we know, love was just a dance away, a warm embracing glance away. And ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight. In love forever, it turned out so right. For strangers in the night. And this is my favorite part where it has no words. Dooby dooby doo. Do 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 dee da 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 da. It turned out so right for strangers in the night. That was Strangers in the Night. Great request, and I haven't sung that since high school, since I was a little boy. Leo said, it's afternoon in the UK, so I'm enjoying a hearty soup and some Italian bread as I watch this. Dunk the bread in the soup. Live it up. Guess Husiver said The Summer Wind, which is a great song to sing. Season, you haven't played by the rules, Husifer, but that would be a great song to sing now that the summer is almost over. It's very sad, but very apropos. Ty said good morning to Bill Alexander. Oh Lord, I've missed the chat now. I gotta go back. I'm gonna blaze through this. I'll handle it. Richard Nail said, who knew the world loves David? I certainly did. His agent certainly did it. Michelle said, good morning, y'all. I could totally use a Mr. Roper or Mr. Furley right now. I'm house sitting at my sister's. I'm literally locked in her house. The doorknob is stuck. Sunday fun, right? You gotta climb out the window, Michelle. That's what they used to do in the sitcoms. That's what Vivian Vance would do. Morning, all. I hope you're all rested and feeling beautiful. I'm doing the best I can. Pantyless Grandma. Spot Center said, light, medium, or dark roast. Favorite bean. I like dark. I like the bitter because it's a challenge to drink, generally speaking. Ben said, good morning, RJ. My wife and I are having bagels in your honor. You know what my grandmother used to do? If you want a low-calorie option, she would open the bagels for my grandfather and then scoop all the bread out of the inside, which is actually a good way to toast them if you want a sandwich. Sometimes the bagels get too doughy, and they're not a good base for a sandwich. That's a wonderful option. Fresh Prince of Africa said, hello, Mr. City. It is my birthday. Fresh Prince of Africa, the happiest of birthdays to you, and how auspicious that this is how you chose to spend the beginning of it. It's only going to get worse from here. Guess Husifer said, paging Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman, you have a message. Clint said, I might never see the movie, but I'm sure it's good. My advice is you're making the right choice. Blue Meanie said, I've always had the biggest fear of being the Brian Knobs of the RJ City chat rooms. Luckily for you, Blue Meanie, the Brian Knobs is actually Brian Knobs. So now you're in the clear. Thank you. Blue Meanie is so overly cautious with not wanting to dominate anything, but his support has been so sweet and so kind, and I am so touched. By the way, are you doing another alternative commentary for tonight's pay-per-view? Do let me know. Nails in New York said, I was saying you didn't know the version of the song, so we were getting the RJ version. Keep up. Sorry. Jasmine Duke said, if you could choose. Leo said, would you watch You Cannot Kill David Arquette with Pee Wee Herman? Fun fact, Paul Rubens was at our match in Hollywood. I don't know why they cut that out of the movie. I would love to see the footage of that. And it was very sweet of him to come. Jasmine Duke said, if you could choose any movie to live in for the rest of your life, as if it was a set with all the cast, what movie would you choose? There's a million options that go through my head. At first, I thought The Three Amigos, because it's one of my favorite movies, but I realized it's in the desert and it's too hot all the time. Probably it's a mad, 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 mad world, because everyone you run into is a famous comedian, a famous old comedian who I'm in love with. That would, I think, make the most sense for me. And it's a road trip, so you can kind of go, you know, talk to different people. The other one I had in my head was The Ladies' Man, the Jerry Lewis movie, because I love that big set. I was thinking if I had to actually live on a set, that would be the set. But if I had to live in a movie, it's a mad, 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 mad world. Ben said, good question, Jasmine. On the topic of Cobb salads, have you ever had the Cobb at the Hollywood Brown Derby in Walt Disney World? Might be the best ever. I have heard tell of it. I will do it one day. And people have sent me the recipe, and it looks lovely. So Carrier is here and said, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you. Danny said, good morning, people. R.W. Parnell said, good morning. And the goodest of mornings to you. Nail said, I made some new friends in the chat last night. David fans. Well, good luck with all that. Sean said, good morning, everyone. Panty's Grammar said, hello, RJ. Specifically, you are looking wonderful. Jasmine Duke is using her unimpressed animated me emoji, which is apropos for everyone. Charles Dempsey Brown said, I did miss your underwear twirl, but is it too much to ask for a second twirl, right? Charles, look, here's where we are. If you're just joining us, you're not getting the full twirl. You're getting the half one. It's navy blue. Armani, I'm feeling myself. Four Eyes said, did you convince David to wear trunks due to your love of briefs? Actually, yes. He wanted, when we first teamed together, you'll see it in the movie, we have these long tights that he designed, and I hate wearing tights. I used to wear them, and it's too much work, and it makes me really hot. And he added so much stuff to them. There were pads and lines and big jewels and a weight belt that when we put them on, they immediately started falling apart. And I was really angry at him. And I was like, this is too much work. We're getting tights. After this, we're getting tights. And Isla Erickson, Delphila Sports is the wonderful woman who did all our stuff and bejeweled everything that David wanted bejeweled, and continues to, because he just likes to order outfits. R.W. Parnell said, I would like to live in Point Break, the original. You're a bit of a swimmer. Speaking of, I would love to live in a movie called The Swimmer. So who is it? Burt Lancaster? And he swims. It's some weird magic fantasy thing. And every time he swims in a pool, and he winds up in another pool in the backyard of like somebody else he knew from his past. It's a very good movie, and not many people talk about it. That's one I would like to. Steve said, just curious, do you ever pick on Arquette with the Scream Scary Movie Officer Doofy references? No, because he's made so many worse movies, and there are so much more fun to talk about and parody. There's just too much material there. Scream is like, meh. That's like the least interesting thing, because it's like the most well-known. Diana said, oh Lord, I lost this. I'm getting there. Where did Diana go? Diana, did I lose her? So many people are in the chat today. I'm keeping up. There she is. Diana said, RJ, this is my first live coffee chat. Well, my apologies in advance. It's going to get incredibly disappointing. Stay tuned. Ben said, my wife would like to set up a duet with you. Well, I do that on my OnlyFans account. I just duet with people. That's what I do. I'm game when she is, Ben. Nail said, any chance David could hook us up with his giant chair dealer? I'll text him and ask him where he got that chair, because I don't really know. Bill said, saw the pictures of the world title that David had engraved. Any cool stories about how that came about? None at all. He told me he was going to get that title made. He told me months and months and months ago. And I had completely forgotten about it until he had it made now. I'm sure it was obscenely expensive. There's a lot of detail. I've never seen it in person. He literally just got it 2 days ago. I feel odd being on someone's belt. That's a level of commitment I was not ready for, an engravement that I was not ready for. So there's no cool stories about that, just that David orders weird shit all the time. Spot Center said, during your press, I always chant press, press, press. That's the Attica of our time. Guess said, remember the Bud Ice penguin that used to do the doobie doobie doo doo? Oh, this is, oh my God, I got to blow through this. Doobie doobie doo is the best song. Please give us an LP. Nail said, what date do our little emotes next to our names change? It depends when you signed up, and you should be able to look in your account and see when it would change. I can't remember when the next one is. It's like 1 month, 2 months, and then I think it's 6 months or 1 year is when it changes. It gets less and less as they go on, because they really want you to earn them. So it depends, Nails. I don't quite know. She said, morning from the UK. RJ, I hope you have a lovely day today. I'm going to play Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm also dressed like a casual Ronald McDonald by accident. Well, it sounds things are going well for you. Ty said, Nails, they change based on the month. All right, she's answering my question. Damn it. Missy said, Meanie, you have nothing to worry about. Knobs is 5 beers in by now. Yes, he has beer in his underwear. Eric said, hey, Meanie, just watched One Night Stand. Mike Awesome was dope. I just watched that Mike Awesome Massacre again. It's amazing and crazy. Bill said, anyone watch any of the Danny DeVito movies that RJ recommended? I watched The Ratings Game. Excellent choice, RJ. Somebody else, actually, Bill, also watched The Ratings Game and messaged me about it. That's a really good, I'm happy that I recommended that, because it is a good one, and no one knows about it. Neil said, are you worried Knobs will watch the chat back? Absolutely not. Jordan said, RJ should be the Eric Bischoff of the BWO reunion. I would love that. Clint said, hey, RJ, what's your favorite genre that you will join in a dark comedy? That's where you're like, this is really depressing, and then there's one laugh at the end. Leo said, would you rather have to dress as Gildar every time you went to the supermarket or have Kramer hair for a year? I didn't mind the Gildar outfit. Made me feel like a tough guy. So I would take that. Eric said, did I like Rat Race, RJ? I did at the time, and the more I think about it, the more I don't like it. So I try not to think about it. Neil said, Bill, I love Throw Mama from the Train. Who doesn't? Blumini said, thank you, sir. Our next alternative comedy is next Saturday for AEW All Out on Fight TV. So do stay tuned and watch and listen to Meanie as you watch and listen to something else too. Nail said, ooh, you owe Jessamine a shrugging emote. That's true. I really do. I should get one. RW Parnell says, Sean wants you to sing Misty by Johnny Mathis. Oh, Lord. I mean, if you want to take that risk. Jessamine said, Isla makes all my gear too, because I guess she doesn't want to be left out. What do you want? What do you want from me? So did Sean say, play Misty for me? That's from the movie. Is that what we're doing? I just wanted to double check. Jessamine uses the Andre emoji, and she's really Duke the Giant in many ways. So that's her emoji. There she goes. Missy said, Nails, I bet he's still thinking, what? Taxi was awesome. Jim was a hoot. Leo said, you might hate tights, but what about wearing those weird Triple H 2003 granny yoga shorts? I think he had groin surgery. That's where he wore them for some reason, which is really weird. But whatever, he made it work. Frank said, have I got my Thunderdome spot, RJ? Yes, I have the Laurel and Hardy. I have the Statler and Waldorf. I'm talking too fast. I have the Statler and Waldorf spot in the balcony. They'll cut to me eventually. Steve said, how soon till Ready to Rumble 2 comes out? It just did. It really just did. And Scott Kahn is not a part of it. Tarak said, Mike Awesome rules the Gladiator. His feud with Masato Tanaka. It was delightful. Clint said, how many movies do you have in your home, RJ? At least 100, just on VHS. Neil said the killer outfit was hot. I enjoyed myself. They would put eyeliner on me. It was hard to take off, so I would leave it on after when I went to the gym. Guest said, Wise Guys, great Danny DeVito movie with Captain Lou. Yeah, that's another one. Like, it's a Joe Piscopo is in it, too. Not a bad mob comedy at all. Ben, with a turquoise request, said, would you sing your favorite wrestling theme song? Shimshong. I'm going to sing a Shimshong. Would you sing your favorite wrestling theme song of choice? Yes, but only in my way, my style. I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks, bum, bum, bah, that drive the chicks wild. I got the moves, and I am really moving them. I am sending chills all the way up and down their spines. Sexy boy. And then the girls in the back. I'm not your boy toy. Ba, 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 ba. I'm a sexy boy. Ba, 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 ba. And I am not your boy toy. Ba, ba, da, 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 do, do, do. Ba, 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 da. Do, be, do. Hands off the merchandise. Walking around. Da, da, da. Fireworks go off. Da, da, da. I'm having fun. Da, da, da. My earrings are too long. I'm just a sexy boy. That was a wonderful Sexy Boy, Shawn Michaels theme song by, I believe, Mel Torme. So that was exciting. Thank you. Good request, Ben. Bill said, Throw Mom from the Train was advertised like crazy during WWF Superstars back in the day. I don't remember that at all. Tadam said, how do you feel about Billy Talent? Well, I think I only believe in the Billy part of his name. Blue Meanie said, I had the distinct pleasure of watching Vince McMahon watching the Mike Awesome Tanaka match in the gorilla position. He flinched through most of it. No shit. There's not one move in that match where I'm like, well, that's okay. Like, that's safe. Nothing. It is a car wreck in like the best way possible. And it's one of those matches where you're just like, it's never going to happen again. Sorry, I got the tag in it. I just want to. I don't want to. No, it's not coming. Maybe if I go this way. Ah, good. I got a clean break. We're good. We are fine. There's no holes. I knew I did it. How I want to do it. I want to also take a moment to show off my mug. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. I was given this mug by a dear friend, and it's actually from, where does it say it? 1986, the original run in Toronto. So I'm excited to have it, and it certainly puts me in the mood. Everyone's talking BWO. Did I miss more people? Oh, okay. Bob had a turquoise request there, and I'm going to sing Misty, as requested by Sean. I'm very familiar with the song, so I hope you love it. Oh my, it's misty in here. Oh my, is it misty out there? There's something in my eye. Is it fog? Is it smog? I think I know what it is. Could it be humidity? I don't think so, and here's why. Because it is misty, and where is it misty? That's the lyrics. It's misty in my eye. It's hot in the air, and there's some water residue. It is misty in my eye. Is it misty for you? Give me a tissue or a Kleenex. Give me a handkerchief, chief. I want to start again and turn over a new leaf. So if it's misty for you, mister, go tell your brother or your sister. It's misty in my eye. It's misty till I die. Because this is the temperature, I like it. It's misty for me. That was Misty. We all remember. Wonderful, wonderful songs. Happy to play that for you, Sean and RW. Thank you for your tolerance. Val said, men and eyeliner is a hot look, and you're definitely pretty enough to pull it off. Thank you. I like when people are like, oh, you should put makeup on and it'll be funny and like a thing, and then they put it and I look like an attractive woman and it frightens everyone. Glenn said, which Arquette sister would you take as a mixed match partner? David does always talk a lot about how Alexis would have loved wrestling, and it's the same kind of performance stuff that she really wanted to do. We did talk about that a lot. So I would say Alexis would have been, I think, the perfect fit. I think Alexis got wrestling, doesn't even know it. There you go, guys. Ty said, Always Ready is now stuck in my head. Oh, the wonderful Matt Cardona theme song. Karen said, sound amazing. Demaria said, I'm not going to do that again. Ben said, that version of Sexy Boy was everything I wanted to hear and expected. RJ delivers. Clint said, believe me, RJ, I love watching space movies, and I was wondering that you might be one of the cast in soon in a space movie. It'll be an entertaining one. I would love to do a retro futuristic where I'm just wearing all silver jumpsuit. Tarek said, I never knew the Velvet Fog did Sean's theme. Well, it's a deep cut. Ty said, you should go to public places and try to pick up ladies singing that song. Yeah, and then we can go steady. Nail said, don't rip them on camera. I'm fine. Poe Girl said, cut those tags off, don't tear. I know I should have, but I couldn't resist. It was really bothering me. Blue Meanie wants to know, how's the toe knuckles? I'm knucking and bucking and having a good time. RW said, awesome, thanks. Clearly enjoyed the song. Tarak said, Phantom of the Opera or Phantom of the Paradise? Well, I love Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the Paradise is also great. Poe Girl Shine said, I saw that Toronto run of the Phantom back then. Got a fangirl autograph. Nails said, hey, everyone, buy RJ and Jessamyn's mugs. Yes, speaking of mugs, thanks for the segue, Nails. ProWrestlingTees.com/DarkHorseCity and ProWrestlingTees.com/JessamynDuke. And there's a real mugporium for you to look through. I guess if I sell enough, I could put out other ones, too. So, I don't know. If you're all in the mug business, say something. Spot Center said, nice mug, a mask appropriate for the times. Here's why it's not appropriate, is because it does nothing to cover his nose or mouth. That's why it's kind of a useless mug. Let me pour this. We're like halfway through the program, and I haven't even poured the coffee. I was so excited about the underwear and then the mugs. Let me try this, and then if it's no good, then we will butter it up. Let's enjoy ourselves here. Leo said, I used to love Billy Talent when I was a teen. Times have changed for the better in some ways. Yeah, I feel that way about perhaps Limp Bizkit. Bill said, you need a cape to drink from that mug in the future. We missed the Phantom mask, too. I got to find it. I always think I've lost it for good, and then I find it. Ooh, this is nice. This is I believe it's a Kicking Horse. It's a dark roast. And it is nice. Poe Girl Shine said, do a musical. And I would volley that back to you and say, help me produce it. Get the money together. Neil said, RJ thinks we jest, but there is money in an album. I'm not paying for the rights. Val Capone said, do you enjoy Paul Stanley's run as Phantom? Everyone always asks me this question. Star Child is, like, look, he's not the best. That's all I'm going to say. And also, speaking of RW Parnells, this coffee was sent to me by a lovely gal named Amber. And I am touched and moved. And sometimes when I touch myself, I move. So it all works out in the end, and it is delicious and delightful and lovely. Karen said, later, everyone. Karen's going to bed. Good night, Karen. Anthony said, good morning, love from Nebraska. I was excited, and I went, Nebraska? There's a song about Nebraska, and then I realized I was thinking of Oklahoma, which I loved singing. I used to wake up every morning and listen to Oklahoma by the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. And they were really, there was a tabernacle. Such a weird name. They could have called themselves like the Tabernacles, something, anything catchy. They were just like, no, we need to let people know exactly what we are. Spot Center said, sure, Joni loved Chachi, but what about Spike? Did he end up in juvie? Where did he go? How's Ralph Malph is my question. And what about Al? And the wonderful Pat Morita, I don't think any of these people are with us. Charles M.C. Brown said, does David Arquette sing? I can't remember ever hearing him sing. He does, and not very well. He also says when he comes back on this program, he wants to sing. He's jealous that I've sung with other people like Fred Penner, and he wants to sing. So I'm opening the floor to the man. It's up to him if he wants to walk through it. Anthony said, so is it sad that Bill and Ted could get an Oscar, but it's the only movie being released? No, I was just in a movie that got released. I mean, I don't think we should get an Oscar. I think it would be very awkward if we did. Nell said Patricia Arquette looks like she would kick ass. She would. All of them would. David, not so much. Glenn said David once said that Sinatra could beat up Elvis. Well, that's why David is an idiot. Clint said, I want to know, how is your old man British accent? It's doing very, very, no, I can't. Now that I'm thinking about it, I can't do it. I have to slip into it. You've put me on the spot, and it's frightened me. Nail said, have you noticed your followers or anything increased since the movie came out? You should for sure put up your Cameo prices now. I'll tell you something, Nails. Since the movie came out, no one's ordered dick. So I would not say this is my ticket to the big time. David should put his Cameo prices up. David doesn't have a Cameo, but if he gets one, he should just really give me a cut of them because I'll probably have to write them all. R.W. Parnell said, ever been to the Boundary Waters? No, I have not. But it sounds like almost like the wrong end of the tracks. Sounds like somewhere that the street toughs go, and it frightens me. Stokely said, handle mugs with care. I'm trying. I don't even want to hold this mug by the handle too much, so I don't want it to weaken and snap off. Leo said, what would you rather have, a room full of horror movie memorabilia or a load of reptiles? Horror movie memorabilia, please. And I would like to keep the lights on. I would be frightened, but I don't think they'd bite me. Pogo Shine said, we're excited about your underwear as well. Thank you. Nail said, I would like a glass with sass written on it for my Wednesday night beverages. Oh, yes, I should come out with like martini glasses. Tarok said, what coffee are you using? You still using ghee? I'm not using ghee right now. I'm switched, and I will make it in a little bit. This bulletproof business. Steve said, love the great moments in wrestling history. Are there any more on the way? The DX one was hilarious. We did DX. We did Hulk Hogan. We did Andre the Giant. There's another one written. I don't know what the status of production is, if they would make another one right now. We were working on a couple of other ideas. So maybe stay tuned. It's by the wonderful people at Solus Animation, who are the best. So thank you. Eric said, I bet you look good in silver. I prefer ox knuckle, said Eric, which is great in the soup. Revenge of B. Craig said, when are we getting a one-man show from you a la Sandra Bernhard's I'm Your Woman? I'm doing a one-man show like weekly now. You know, I'm really putting it in. RW said, I know Amber. LOL. Sounds like a popular gal. Gets around. Ty said, Clint said, what? She'd have to live stream for us to see people. What are we talking about? Val said, the delightful reference is about bulletproof. Blue mean? Oh, Bill Alexander said, I wanted to ask you, when you first met David, did he ever take you to any Hollywood parties? Hopefully not any at Roddy McDowell's house. Or hopefully. No, he took me to, in January, we went to one low-key poker game, which was fun and adorable. There hasn't been big parties. I've been to them. And after you say hello to people for a while, it's like, okay, we're good. So it's nice to just hang out with a couple people, you know, that you really like. And I'd much rather do that and sit in the yard and have a coffee or something, then get all gussied up. Ben said, if you get a spin-off documentary, can we name it You Cannot Thrill RJ City? Yes, you can, and I hope you pay for it too. RW said, wasn't Pat Morita the Karate Kid sensei? Yes, he was, and a wonderful stand-up comedian. Spot Center said, celebrating John Biner Day, all Biner all day, plus watching the David Arquette rockumentary with my son. It rocks. John Biner was one of my favorites, and I loved Bizarre. Great impressionist, too. Blue Meanie said, You Cannot Kill David Arquette might not get an Oscar, but it could definitely get a Felix. I don't think Tony Randall would like that movie at all. David, why are you wrestling? It sounds like such a bizarre thing to do. Why would you get all dressed up and hurt yourself? Panzo's grandma said, is your ye old British man accent the one from the Fast show? What? Sure, I guess. Richard said, RJ, are we going to see you wrestle soon? Probably not. There doesn't seem to be that many shows. I think the only show I have is September 13th in Mississauga. I don't even know the status of that all because it's all like, wait and see stuff. So, I mean, I would like to, but we'll see. Leo said, did you like Princess Bride? Mel Smith as an albino looks like my dating app matches, and you should be swiping. And if they look like Carol Kane, you should be swiping too, the good way. Ty said, we can order Dick. Since when? Who's Dick? Again, my OnlyFans. Nail said, everyone go order cameos of RJ doing an old man English accent. Deborah said, I'd buy an RJ City wine glass. Yeah, but the packaging would be so expensive. Leo said, do you think having a pet bunny would be fun? No, bunnies are incredibly boring. Stokely said, did RJ do the horse yet? No, because bunnies are incredibly boring. RW said, the Boundary Waters, that area on the border of Minnesota and Canada. Oh, I've not been that far over. I've been in Minnesota. Actually, we did get close. We did get very close when I wrestled in a casino in Minnesota, and we had to drive back to the airport in Minneapolis. We did get like within a couple hours. So kind of. Aaron with a wonderful request. How about Bridge Over Troubled Water? And last time I sang it as Ethel Merman, but I will sing it today as myself. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. When times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. When times get rough and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, and if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will ease your mind. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will ease your mind. Dun, 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 dun. That was Bridge Over Troubled Water, and it was high, and I can only hit certain notes if I go like this. I have to be physically higher to hit them. What a request, Aaron, and now I'm all hot. Stokely said, it would be cool if you animated your Roddy Piper sauna story. Oh, I would love to do that. That's a good idea. Terry said, how do you handle Charlie horses? By staying well hydrated. Lost Shadow said, bye, everyone, because Lost Shadow has no time for Bridge Over Troubled Water. Clint said, if you're invited to a horror movie, RJ, what would be your role? as the guy who's hunted, the scary guy, or just a random guy? I think I'll be just a random guy. Sounds like fun to me. Ben said, if you roam the halls of Bayside High during Saved by the Bell, who would you be most interested in wooing? Mr. Belding. And I'd like to show him what's going on here. Clint said, hey, RJ, what if you had a movie called You Cannot Boo and Heal RJ City? I think it would be great. Leo said, if they remade Princess Bride, who should replace Andre? Robert Maillet. Bill said, love Bizarre. Super Dave on that show was very underrated. John should have been on the cast of SCTV. That's true. Another talented Canadian. I agree. And it was produced by Super Dave Osborne. Neil said, are you comfortable to travel yet? Should we be requesting places to book you? Some places are wrestling again. I don't know the logistics of if they book you and then I have to come back here and whatever. I mean, you can request and make them look into it, but I have no idea. I guess it depends on the circumstance. But it would be nice, I guess. Maybe. Will they, whatever. If they want to look into the red tape of it all, be my guest. Revenge said, in your relationship with David, who's Mary and who's Rhoda? My relationship with David is I'm Charles Grodin and he's Martin Short and Clifford. Glenn said, I can't hear Bridge Over Troubled Water without thinking of the Sweeney Sisters, which is one of my favorites ever. Ever, ever, ever. And there's only audio of it available on YouTube. Estefania has a wonderful, just sent a little sweet gift. With a cat with fangs. Maybe it's a tiger or a fox. And I'm very touched. Thank you so much. Spot Center, I said, because you make us forget the world's on fire for a few hours a week, but that's how we stay warm. Here's $5, and I need to hear the Match Game 76 theme. Of course. It's time to match the star. Bow, bow, ba-down, bow, ba-down, bow, bow. Down, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-bum, bum, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-bum, bum, bum, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-bum, bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-da-dun, dun, 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 2, 3, 4, bum, bum, ba-da-dun, dun, 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 dun. Ba-ba-bum, bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, ba-ba-bum, bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, ba-ba-bum, bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-ba-bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-dun, dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Na, 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 na. SM said, Bridge Over Troubled Water just brought me to tears. Beautiful. Aaron said, I feel very emotional now. Well, don't we all? Pantyless Grandma said, love the surprise MIDI drum solo. And Bridge Over Troubled Water. We all need these covers on CD. I'll put them on the LP. Leo Monfort said, what's the strangest dream you've had? I once had a dream that there was a politician being interviewed on TV show, but his name was Lawrence Diarrhea. I'm fine. And I may use that. There's anything worse than having the last name Diarrhea, it's having the first name Lawrence. I used to have a recurring dream when I was a kid that the monster from the Black Lagoon was being shot out of a cannon. It was really incredibly vivid, and I still see it in my head, and I don't know what the fuck it would mean. Ty said, are you even allowed to leave Canada yet? Some people, I guess, are able to if it's for work or if it's considered essential and they can go by. It's a wonderful question. And I don't know the answer because I don't think people know. I would assume depend on the circumstance, and also the question is getting back and what are the circumstances of where I am and where I have no idea. It's incredibly confusing. Most of the time I'm not leaving my house. So Clint said the funniest thing he said is, hey, Toe Knuckles, where you going? Don't worry about it. Nail said, Ty, a few people I know of like Ethan Page have been to the USA to do shows and back, not sure of quarantine when they return though. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where they're going and how they're being brought in. I guess it would depend on the circumstance, like if they would allow it. I don't know. I'm the least essential person, even to wrestling. Eric said he's broken. Nails like anyone can whistle. Everyone loves anyone can whistle. Blue Meanie said RJ City doing the Match Game 76 theme can be considered Canadian beatboxing. It works for me, and I'm putting that on my resume now. Neil said, RJ, seeing you laugh is the greatest. That's so sweet. Richard said, Brock Lesnar's in Canada, right? I don't know. I'll text him. Neil said, yes, Val, from his upcoming album, You Can Whistle Too. Terry said, you broke RJ. Send for the man. Glenn said, my wife had a recurring nightmare where she was getting chased by the raisin lady. Who's the raisin lady? You mean like the manager of the California Raisins? Val said, side note, where is Sabrina? I don't know. A wonderful goldenrod tribute. It's so sweet, Bill. Been off work since the end of March, and I'm sure people here would agree. Would like to thank you for all the laughs you give us. It's very inspiring. Thanks, RJ. That is so kind of you, Bill. And thank you for supporting and most of all, just tolerating all of this. That's an incredibly amazing feat in itself. And I'm very touched. And I love the goldenrod color. That's so kind. If you have a request, Bill, if you have a song request, I mean, shit, just let me know. Ty said, well then, find anything that they deem essential and come to America already. Who deems this essential? Nail said, I'm not leaving the house until I have evidence that a zombie apocalypse isn't coming. That's for sure. Eric said, the Dark Order is back on TV. What do you want from me? Did you see the clouds change? Did you see how much darker it got in here? Sorry. It's because there's a window lighting. Eric said, RJ, stay safe in Long Island, Alberta, Canada. It's a Long Island, I guess. Leo said, I used to have recurring dreams as a small child about this horrible ghost man that used to creep up on people and pie them in the face. I can still draw a picture of the bastard. You're thinking of Soupy Sales, Leo. You're watching the Soupy Sales show. Nell said, Val, Sabrina was worried about Mr. Black before. Not sure if that's why she isn't here. Yeah, maybe I should just get rid of that guy. Eric used the Hulk Hogan emoji, which is adorable. Pantyless Grandma said, the raisin lady, you know, the one married to the muffin man. Well, bravo, Pantyless Grandma. Well done. Terry said, someone asked a great question earlier. Are you a Mary or a Rhoda? I am a Rhoda. And I even thought about wearing those wonderful headscarves while I wrestled. Nell said, Bill, you're wonderful to RJ. I'm a big fan of yours. And we love Bill via me. Val said, Nails, that would really be too bad if that's the case. I hope so. Leo said, the Dark Order is Jordan Peterson's online group of creeps. Oh, I thought you were talking about AEW. There's too many Dark Orders here. Bill said, no song request. You deserve the goldenrod collar just for the sake of it. Thank you, Bill. Bill has kept tabs on all the promotion I've been doing for the movie. And there's a lot of interviews, and I try not to repeat myself. Although then people ask the same questions, and I have to tell the same stories. And I'm like, let me tell them in a different way. So it's messing with my head. Ty said, or maybe you should mod someone. Ty is continually applying for the position of mod. Oh, no, mod, not mod. Mod is my job. Mod can be yours. Nell said, RJ, we love you. Thank you. Clint said, RJ, back in the other night, I was dreaming and you were there. You were trying to share me some of your entertaining style. That's just the reality right now. So it's your dream has come true, boy. Patrick said, good morning and boo. Thank you for remembering. I'm a heel. Thanks for remembering. Steve said, think Danhausen took your professional advice in regards to Ring of Honor. Yeah, I called up Dave Honor and I got him the ins. It's Dave's ring. It's Dave Honor's ring. I hooked the guy up. Remember that when I don't get any catering. Eric said, no, Dark Order and Uno and Dos are French-Canadian or something. Nail said, be a member and ask him new questions and get new answers. Richard said, RJ was mentioned in GQ. I was? Can you direct me to where? And why isn't my picture in it? They use pictures of David in his backyard ring. Bill said, and then there's Maud, said Spot Center. Bill said, Nails, he deserves it. If someone can make you laugh as much as RJ does, he needs the applause. I need the support. It means so much. So much. Nail said, oh, I forgot to boo because he was so sweet to David in the movie. It's certainly one of my greatest acting roles. Clinton said, hey, RJ, I got to ask, now that there is nothing for you to look after. What? Then I'm sure you're back. Oh, since there's nothing going on Wednesday, After Dark is on Wednesday, I believe I will be back on Wednesday doing After Dark. It feels like it's been a month since I've done it, but it's only really been less than a week. But I will be back. Leo said, I also had a dream that you dated Shelley Duvall. Please let me in your dream. I could imagine you would be happy dating an old actress. Yes. Anytime I've had, like, in a relationship, they're like, oh, you get that fun celebrity pass. They never let me have it because there's an older actress that's probably still alive, and it's likely that I would actually run into them. Speaking of the man himself, I believe David Arquette That would be a good cat name, David Arquette. David Arquette is in the chat. A fine film and a wonderful burnt orange tribute he gave me. I guess he's giving me his residuals from the movie. Star of the film, You Cannot Kill, David Arquette. It's the wonderful David Arquette. And I want to thank David from the bottom of my heart for wasting my time the past 2 years just so he could get on the Today Show and get his face in GQ. So thank you so much, David. David also has been taking Brian Knob's advice. He's been calling him up and just talking into the phone for hours, and David's been soaking it all up. Terry said, not to turn this ad, but some of us don't have the kind of money that others have. I support in the ways that I can. That's totally, amazingly wonderful and fine, Terry. I would not worry about that at all. Even watching this helps support, and that's why they do the advertising stuff. And even watching, clicking, and sharing stuff helps me so much. It's not a business-to-business kind of service. There's other ways around that, and I'm happy to provide the service for free. I mean, it's of a cost to me. It's costing me my soul, but nevertheless, thank you. Terry said, RJ, if you had a dream opponent for WWE, who would it be? Craig DeGeorge. Blumini said, congratulations, David, on the documentary. Oh, now it's David hour here. David's driving across the country and watching me. Trailer for sale or rent. Room to let 50 cent. I'm a man of means, by no means. King of the road. It's a nice driving song for David and his wonderful tribute. Yasmin said there was a cat in real world that we named David Arquette. You already forgot. Yes, I did. I'm sorry. There's been a million episodes of it. Forgive me, please. I don't have the archives and logs that you do. Eric said, David, get RJ on Conan. And now the worst part is doing it right now. It's like, hey, I'll get you on a show. And then, oh, you're on Conan. And now it's just me sitting on Zoom in the same place I do everything else. Sucks. Kevin said, did David ever get his receipt on that deathmatch guy that roughed him up? If you go watch the match, and I think it's on YouTube, he did give him a receipt after it. And it was a good one. And that's just what happens when things are flying and things are happening. But, you know, I think all told, David also knew it was a mistimed accident. And David is not one to begrudge like that. He is a more diplomatic and kind human being. Leo said, when David comes on the chat, it's like when Norm walked into Cheers. And here's to the great George Wendt, who I much rather would do a film with. Bill said, David, I hope all the accolades keep coming. Sean said, congratulations, David. The film is a modern wrestling classic, which is really an oxymoron. Clint said, hey, RJ, is there still bulletproof in your coffee? There is. I haven't put it in yet. I've been talking to everyone. Tom said, congrats on the movie. Nell said, David, the movie's absolutely awesome. RJ, admit to David you love him. I will not, even though I clearly kiss him in the film. Eric said, heels don't have souls, RJ. David said, love Roger Miller. Great rendition. Nail said, Jessamine, are you going to be on Raw or can you not say? I'll watch if you are. I don't think people know that way. It's not like, oh, I just filmed an episode of Seinfeld that'll be out in the next 3 months. I don't think anyone knows, and that's the unpredictability of the program. So I would suggest you just watch and find out. Because I showed up on the watch along. That doesn't make any sense. You know, watch it, and maybe you'll even see like a Vicki Lawrence or something. Anything can truly happen. David said, I went on Jay Leno after Conan got fired, and I think he's upset with me. Yeah, that was a bad move. That was a really bad move. And had I known you then, I would have said don't. Because look at what's happened now. Obviously, you can't get on Jimmy. You can't just zoom in with these people. This is ridiculous. And who did you say said no to us? Seth Meyers? I tell that guy to go fuck himself? I have no problem. Let me know. Say the word, my friend. Oh, you're not my friend. Say the word, person I know. Jessamine used a very apropos Vince emoji. Neil said, RJ, it's 3 hours of my life. No, Jessamine, no thank you. Fine. Bill said, RJ, what was your favorite Hollywood story that David has told you about? Working with Marlon Brando. That's just funny to me. The whole thing's funny, and David does a wonderful Marlon impression. Stokely had a wonderful tribute. He wants me to do the horse, and now I must. Ugh, that one side is bad. I got to keep working on it, but thank you for forcing me to practice. Eric said, I got to imagine Leno was closer to be on the outs. Yeah, he was not the savviest. David said, yes, fuck Seth Meyers and Roland. Okay, there we go. We're making a list. Who's at the top of it? Mark Ruffalo. That I know for sure. That I can tell you unequivocally that he gets my full fuck. Why don't you go, David, why don't you go on Jay Leno's car show? Take one of your little motor scooters or something and say, look at this, Jay. Check this out. Nice denim, Jay. Eric said, got to imagine Leno. Steve said we did that already. Steve said, look at the sun change. Look at that. It's been the whole day. I'm on a time lapse. Neil said, David, are you bringing the Magic Man back? I think it's safe to say the magic is dead. Clint said, so RJ, do you want to become a Hollywood star by just always being a random guy in a movie? Yes. Pantio's grandma said, Horsey needs a recovery day. Leo said, what about if you got booked for a talk show, but the talk show was hosted by John Stossel? I would love to talk to him. I'm not going to slap him. I'm afraid of Dr. D too. Terry said, Mark Ruffalo, a good Hulk. No, he's a bad Hulk. He's a bad person. Patrick said, never liked Seth Meyers. Fuck him. SM said, full fuck. Aaron said, we should make a Google Doc of all these names. There's not that many that we need to keep that. There's like 10. It is growing. Neil said, no, Terry, fuck Mark Ruffalo. Ty said, people can order dick now and you're going to give out fucks. This took a dramatic turn. Again, welcome back to my OnlyFans account. I got to make the new coffee for the next day. That's very important to me. Here we go. It's the same one from Amber. I loved it so much. It was delightful. And it stayed very fresh. Here we go. 1, 2. And I'm making it in this one for some reason. This one I usually only take photos with because it's such a lovely red. 3, 4. It shows up so nicely. I love this. On camera. Let's listen to this wonderful, wonderful sound, shall we? Isn't that something? Turn it all the way around. Make sure all the grounds get wet. And now we let it sit. Wow, that took a lot of this. Took this whole thing. Very, very impressive. Stokely said, what the fuck is Seth Meyers? I love his show, and now I don't like him. So it's a hard time for me. Eric said, this list is getting Nixonian. Yeah, Dick Cavett on the list, too. Neil said, Amber in the chat. I think she's a silent observer. Ty said, his genuine laugh is adorable. I assume you're talking about Dick Cavett. Terry said, RJ, do you watch Svengoolie? I do. I'm a big fan of him and all those wonderful things. Big fan. I would love to get on his show. Dear Lord. Panto's grandma said, since he missed an After Dark, all the rude words need an outlet. See, I'm off balance. That's why this show is so volatile today. Nail said, hey, did everyone see the gifts of RJ doing his hair last week? You're welcome. You did a great. Nails does pretty much, if you type my name in the gift search on Twitter, Nails is responsible for, I'd say, at least 80% of those gifts at this point. Amelia said, RJ and David should do a pickers show from David's storage containers with Georgie Girl playing in the background by The Seekers, the wonderful band. David said he was talking about one. I would love to do like a celebrity yard sale, like go to Joanne Worley's house and take things out of her house and then put them in the yard and see who will come by and buy them. Leo said, playing the blues when the Red Sox lose. It's a crisis in your life. I don't understand. Clint said, okay, RJ, bye for now. See you soon on your City After Dark. That's on Wednesday. You got a little bit of time. Steve said, any chance of getting an Xavier Woods versus RJ City Golden Girls trivia battle? I'm probably going to blow the trivia portion of it, but I'm happy to talk about Maude. I'm down for whatever he wants to do. Bill said, thanks, RJ and David. Continue making us laugh. Anaza. Great Sunday morning. Hope everyone has a great day. Oh, we have a last-minute request before we go. Jessamine with a clinch hit wants to hear Georgie Girl by The Seekers. Hey there, Georgie girl, swinging down the street so fancy free. Nobody could me could ever see the loneliness there inside you. Hey there, Georgie girl, why do all the boys just pass you by? Could it be you just don't try, or is it the clothes you wear? The singers are very mean to Georgie. You're always window shopping, but never stopping to buy. So shed those dowdy feathers and fly a little bit. Hey there, Georgie girl. There's another Georgie deep inside. Bring out all the love you hide and know what a change there'd be. The world will see a new Georgie girl. Dun, 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 dun. Hey there, Georgie girl. There's another Georgie deep inside. Bring out all the love you hide, and oh, what a change there'd be. The world will see a new Georgie girl. Wake up, Georgie girl. Wake up, Georgie girl. Godspeed and God bless.